Alright guys, welcome to this tutorial video on creating this professional birthday design flyer on Pixellab. I make use of Pixellab and Lightroom, but the most application I made use of is Pixellab. So kindly stick around me till the end of this video. Please, if it is necessary for you, you should find a book and pen to jot out some things, because you might not be able to get it if you don't jot it down. Please try to find book, or you can, if you can achieve it, or if you can know it once, it depends on you. So let's dive into the main. I already have all the necessary resources here, so let me hide it and start the design. Alright, the first thing I will be working on is the background. I actually make use of 4x5 image size, 4x5 banner size. So kindly stick around 4, 5. It is not the princess design flyer, so that's why it is normal design flyer. So let me start. I will first of all start by creating the background, because background is very important in any design. So I will first of all increase the size of the background to the maximum. I'm going to set it like this. I still need to increase it a little bit. Alright, so whenever you copy anything on Pixellab, try in as much as possible to copy it so as to retain the perfect quality. Sorry, just try to copy it. Alright, let me set it well. Let me centralize it. This is perfect. Alright, let's go. So the first thing I did was that I first of all manipulated all those images. So let me bring in those images one by one. That's why I said you need to make use of your book and pen to come up with this amazing result. So let me manipulate it first. So I'm going to go to my eraser to clean out a larger portion of it. I'm going to increase this and increase this. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. So I'm going to clean a larger portion of it, just like the way I'm doing. Just to clean a larger portion of it, so to make sure that everything is well blended. Alright, this is perfect. So I also work on this particular image to make it look astonishing. So let me go to my, I already got everything. So let me go to my color filter to manipulate it. So I reduce my hue to -15 to -15. To -15. Then I leave my saturation the way it is, and I also reduce the brightness to -25. -25. Then I work on the contrast by increasing the contrast to 9. Wow, can you see the results? Let me show you the before and after. Let me copy it. Then I'm going to remove the filter. You're going to see the difference. Can you see it? See the results. Just take a look at it. See the differences. So that's the power of color filter. I'm still going to be doing a separate tutorial video on how to manipulate and edit your photos on Pixellab. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm going to delete this. So after doing that, I'm going to hide this, so as I'll be able to work on the rest of the images. I'm going to take this to the top by owning it. So after owning it, I want to work on this as well by going to my color filter, just to create a kind of contrast in between the image and the background, and also to create a contrast between those images to make it look more attractive, to give it an hierarchy. All design elements in a particular design has more importance than the other. It depends on the designer. It depends on what you want to achieve. It depends on how you feel about it. So that is that about that. So I'm going to go to my color filter. I'm going to increase the hue to my 19. So after that, I'm going to leave the saturation the way it is. I'm going to reduce the brightness to -57. Sorry, I will leave the contrast the way it is. I want to work on the brightness to -25. I'm going to reduce the saturation to 0. Can you see that? Can you see the result? Can you see how we've been able to achieve this particular effect? So if you don't understand anything, just reverse this tree to the reverse this back so I need to get this. I don't want this tree to be too long. So I'm going to increase the size of this and I'm going to place it here. Remember, whenever you copy anything on Pixellab, try to copy it, or whenever you expand anything rather, try to copy it so that we're able to achieve a perfect result. So I'm still going to be repeating the same procedure for the second image as well. So kindly stick around me to the end. So let me take it to the front. I'm going to on it. So let me quickly repeat the same thing by just first of all increase the hue to 19. If it is necessary for you, try to write everything down to achieve the same result whenever you are designing. So I'm going to reduce the saturation to 0, then I'm going to reduce the brightness to -57 to achieve the same result. Yeah, can you see that? Can you see the same result? So I'm going to increase the size of this as well. So I'm going to place that here, then I can adjust it like this. I'm going to place this here. So, and I'm going to be taking this to the front. I'm going to on it. Can you see that now? I'm going to place it here. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to increase the size of this. Then I can just copy it to retain the same quality. I'm going to delete this because whenever you try to increase anything on Pixellab, it is going to automatically reduce its quality. So you need to copy it to retain the same quality of the image. So let me lock this first so as I'll be able to work on this. So let me lock the background. It's actually okay. That is why I did not manipulate the background. If it is necessary for you in your own design, you can actually manipulate the background. It depends on you. So I can just place that here, or I can increase the size. You can increase the size. You can place it here, and I can place it here. So let's leave it that way. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing now is to create the gradient effects. I'm going to create the gradient effects. I'm going to adjust it like this. Then I'm going to go to my gradients. I'm going to create the gradient effects. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to change it to black. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to make it look transparent. Right, this is perfect. Then after doing that, I'm going to texturize the particular elements inside of this particular gradient effects. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm coming. Let's wait for it to finish loading. So let me quickly locate that particular resources. Alright, this is the resources. Now I'm going to adjust this to this edge. I'm going to mark. After doing that, I'm going to on this thing, because if you don't on it, it will not be looking perfect. Can you see it? Then after doing that, I'm going to place this down. Then I can adjust this. I can adjust it like this. I'm going to mark. I'm going to place this down. I'm going to place it down like this. Let me adjust this. I'm going to place it down like this. So kindly stick around me to the end. Then after that, I'll first of all hide this image at the front so that I'll be able to blend all this one. And I'm going to copy it and I'm going to place it like this. I'm doing this basically to be able to blend the background together with the image. So that is that. So now I'm going to take this particular image to the front and I'm going to on it. I'm going to leave, let me on it. And I'm going to place this one like this. Yeah, this is actually amazing. So I'm going to copy this particular gradient effect I'm going to copy it, then I'm going to bring it to the top, and I'm going to place it here. Can you see that? So this is amazing. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing, let me check the design. So I added the shadow effect to the images. So let me add the same shadow effect. Let me first of all add shadow effect to this first. By just going to my shadow, after owning it, I'm going to reduce the opacity. Then I'm going to reduce blur radius to I'm going to increase it to the maximum. Then I'm going to increase the offset X and Y. I can just reduce it to 3 and 3. I'm going to increase it to 3 and 3. Yeah, this is perfect. This is actually okay. So I'm going to work on this as well. I'm going to add shadow. I'm going to own it. Reduce the blur, increase the blur radius to the maximum. Then I'm going to work on I'm going to adjust this to this end. Minus 17. I'm going to increase this. I'm going to reduce this as well. Can just leave this at 1. Okay. I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to on it. Increase the blur radius, give it the same opacity. I'm going to increase it like this. I'm going to work on this. Minus 1 will be okay for this as well. This is perfect. This is perfect. Alright. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing, let me check what's the next thing on the design. Is the okay. Let me first of all bring in the happy birthday text effects. Sorry, oh my god. I don't have it. I'm going to pause this video to import the happy birthday text. This is the text effects I used, so I'm going to mark. I'm going to make sure that all these resources are available for you to download in the description box. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm going to work on this because I actually manipulated this, because if you take a look at it, let me open this design. So you can see that I actually manipulated it. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? This one is looking dull while this one is looking sharp. So I also manipulated it as well. So let me manipulate this. So what I did was that I first of all go to my color filter. After going to my color filter, I reduce the hue to minus 19. Minus 13. So then I work on the contrast, the saturation rather, to 19. I increase the saturation to 19. If it is necessary, just try to get your book and pen to jot down some things, in case you want to achieve the same result. Then in the next one, I increase the brightness to 9. Can you see the result now? Can you see it? Then I still added a shadow to it to make it look more realistic. Then I reduce the blur radius of the shadow. But let me leave it the way it is. Can you see the result now? Let me show you the before and after. Let me copy this. Then I'm going to remove the filter. Can you see the before and after? Just imagine. Just see the before and after. There is a big difference. So I'm going to delete this back. Then after that, let me first of all adjust this a little bit. Then after that, I actually manipulated something as well, because there is a lot of manipulation in this design. So just to achieve my own perfect result, I'm going to run this. Sorry for the disturb. Then I'm going to adjust this also. I also manipulated this using the same color filter. I come to my color filter, and I also reduce the hue to minus 1. Then after that, I work on the saturation by increasing it to 9. Then after that, I work on the brightness by reducing it to minus 39. Then the contrast, I increase it to 17. Wow, can you see the results? That we've been able to blend it well with the design. Then I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to put it this side. Then before that, I will be needing to make use of my grid line. If you need a tutorial video on that, I'm going to drop the link to the video in the description box on how to make use of the grid line, because I can't explain that now. So let me just quickly work on this. Right, this is perfect. So let me just reduce it a little bit. I'm going to place it here. So then the next thing I did, let me check, because I'm actually doing the most important thing. But let me just first of all come up with my write-up first. So kindly stick around me to the end. You'll be able to achieve a perfect result. I'm going to come up with the write-up, because I can't actually get the same write-up, but I'm still going to be using an ordinary one, a simple one rather. On this day, a queen was born. And I make use of a particular font called chocolate something. Let me try to check. Let me change the default color to white back. Then I'm going to go to my font, chocolate bite or something. Let me try to get the font first. It's called chocolate bite something. Chocolate something bite. Yeah, this is it, bite chocolate. So this is the font I made use of. So I'm going to reduce it. Chocolate bite, that's the name of the font. Then I'm going to centralize it. Then after that, I'm going to reduce the size a little bit, centralize it again. I'm going to make use of my grid line to position it appropriately. Alright, this is perfect. I can remove this, or let me just leave it here. Then after that, I'm going to be adding because it is not coming out perfectly, so I'll be needing to add a shadow effect to it. I'm going to reduce the blur radius to the minimum, and I'm going to increase the offset X and offset Y. Can you see the result now? That it is even more. It is. Let me remove the shadow so that you can see it. You can see the difference. Can you see the before? See the after? That the text is now coming out boldly. So let me take it back. Okay, this is perfect. So I actually made use of a particular text, but then I don't have the text now. So I'm going to make use of any random text here from this particular end. Let me just make use of this. Then I'm going to change the font. Let me first of all change the default color. Then I'm going to change the font. I'm going to be using a particular font, Poppins. Medium. This is perfect. Then I'm going to be reducing the size. I'm going to change the position. I'm going to place it here. Reduce the size. I'm going to place it here like this. Then I'm going to change the color, because I actually changed the color so that it will be able to blend with the background, because everything has to be well blended. I made use of a color. Yeah, see this color? I made use of this color so that it will be able to blend with the background. Then I'm going to take it to the back. I'm going to take it to the top of the background. Then I can reduce the opacity. Yeah, 63 will be perfect, because I don't want too much. I don't want the text to be distracting my audience or anybody. Because it is not the major important thing. So that is that about that. So, and the next which I'm going to be doing now is to write the celebrant name. Let me first of all scale this up a little bit. No, let me scale this down, because I still want to be adding something to it. So let me just reduce the size of this. Then let me put it here. Okay, this is perfect. Now I'm going to come up with the name of the celebrant. Fatima, right? Okay. Fatima. Yeah. I'm going to increase the size and I'm going to place it here. Then after that, I'm going to change the default color to white. Then after that, I'm going to change the fonts. I use Funny and Cute. That's the name of the font. Funny and Cute. Funny and Cute. Yeah, this is the font. Yeah, okay. I actually manipulated this particular text as well by coming to my shadow. Let me first work on it. Let me first work on the inner shadow. I'm going to on the shadow. I'm going to leave the blur radius at 3. I'm going to choose a color from the background. Choose this color from the background. Then after that, I'm going to reduce the blur radius a little bit. Then after that, I'm going to increase the offset X and offset Y to 3 and 3. Or no, let me minus 3 and 3. This is actually okay. Then I'm going to give it the outer shadow. Then I can reduce the blur radius of the outer shadow. No, I don't need to reduce the blur radius. I'm coming. Let me leave it like that. Then I'm going to increase the offset to S and Y. Nine, perfect. Then I can now reduce the blur radius. Yeah, this is better. I've been able to create a kind of text effect from here. So the next thing I did was that I actually copy the same text, copy it. I'm going to let me add another text, so one that's, let me add, okay, this is another text. I'm going to increase the size. I'm just using this text for the sake of this tutorial. Let me adjust it like this. I'm going to strategically place it here. So I'm going to place that here. Then I can copy the text again and I can strategically place it here. Then I'm going to take it to the back so that it is going to be on top of the background. Sorry, it's supposed to be at the top. Then I'm going to take this to the top. Now you need to arrange all your design elements appropriately. Alright, this is perfect. So I feel like reducing the opacity of this, simply because I'm still going to be adding a particular element on it. So let me reduce the opacity. Okay, let me reduce the opacity of this one as well, because I don't want it to be distracting my audience. So this is perfect. We are getting closer to achieving our goals. So kindly stick around me to the end. Alright, the next thing which I will be needing to do, let me check. Okay, let me write this text, this particular text here. Long life and prosperity. So let me on my grid line, let me adjust this. Let me add down. Let me adjust this like this. Then right, this is perfect. So that's okay. Now let me adjust it again. Let me, because I'm working according to my grid line. Right, let me come up with my tests. So my text. Kindly stick around me today. Please, if you know you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel for more tutorials like this. If you are really learning something, please, the only way you can support this channel to grow is by liking and subscribing to this channel. That's the only way you can help this channel to grow. So let's continue. Long life and prosperity. Prosperity. Sorry. Prosperity, okay. Tranquility. Success. You just need to come up with any random wishes for this elephant. Success, happiness. let's leave it like that. I'm going to reduce the size. I'm going to micro line. I'm going to place that here. I can reduce the size a little bit. Then I can just go to my color to change the color to white. And after that, I can go to my font to change the fonts. So because there are a lot of manipulation in this design, so that's the main reason why you need to stay with me till the end of this tutorial video to achieve a perfect result, at least to gain something to your knowledge. If you know you are really getting something, please comment in the comment section, and also like and subscribe to this channel if you are new viewer. Alright, I'm still going to be making use of the same font, which is Poppins. Right, perfect. So for the text to be able to come out perfectly or boldly, I'll be making use of the shadow, the outer shadow. I'm going to be reducing the radius to the minimum. I'm going to increase the offset X and offset Y. Then after that, I still need to adjust this. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Let me reduce the size of this. I think it's too small. Okay, this is perfect. So the next thing, what's the next thing? Let me scale this down. It's okay like this. So I actually made use of something. I made use of this. I'm going to take it to the top. I'm going to on it. Then I'm going to remove the background by owning it. After owning it, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to reduce its size. I'm going to place it here. Then I'm going to come to my color filter to adjust it. Then reduce the brightness. Yeah, this is perfect. I'm going to reduce the size. I'm going to add. So I'll just adjust it down like this. Great, that's okay. That's perfect there. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing, let me check. I initially forgot something, a particular item, a particular resources rather. So but let me just keep working on the rest. So is the date of the celebrant. I think it's April 2. So let me just do that now. Let me quickly do that. I'm going to place that here. So I'm going to be placing this particular date strategically in the sense that I want to create hierarchy, because the main important thing is the date of the celebrant. So let me change the default color to white. So after that, let me change the font first. So kindly stick around me to the end. If you know you are really getting value from this video, please don't forget to give these channels a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're any viewer. So I'm changing the fonts. I'm using Poppins. Then I'm going to go to my shadow effects to my shadow as well. I'm going to reduce the blur radius to the minimum. I'm going to increase the offset S on offset Y, and I'm going to reduce the size. Right? I'm going to adjust it. Yeah. Let me change the fonts. Let me use a kind of font that is bold, that is more bolder. I'm still going to be using the same Poppins font but different shade. Yeah, this is perfect. So alright. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing is to write the 02, which is the celebrant date of birth. 02. So and I'll be changing the fonts as well. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So okay, Poppins. I'm going to be using the extra bold one. I should use this. I'm going to increase the size. think it's okay. Let me adjust it. Let me reduce the size a little bit. Then I'm going to add the outer shadow to it. I'm going to reduce the blur radius. Then I'm going to increase the offset X and offset Y. Alright, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. So we're about ending this tutorial video. So what's the next thing? Oh, the frame effect I did. So let me quickly do that. So this is the frame I used. So let me quickly create the frame effect. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing now is, first of all, create a shape like this. After creating a shape like this, to make sure that the shape fits in with the frame. After doing that, then I'm going to select a particular image of the Pixellab. I'm going to texturize it into the frame. Sorry, I want to, okay, yeah, I'm going to texturize into the frame. So kindly stick around me to the end. So let me quickly get it. Alright, this is the celebrant image. So I've texturized it into the frame. This is perfect. So let me adjust it well. So I've finished adjusting it. So I'm going to copy this frame again, and I'm going to place it exactly at the top of each other. Can you see that? So after doing that, the next which I'm going to be doing is to merge the three together. So I'll finish merging. Oh, let's wait for it to finish loading. Yeah, I finished merging it together. So I actually manipulated this particular shape. I'm going to go to my color filter. I'm doing everything basically to come up with a professional result. So after going to the color filter, I'm going to adjust the hue to -1. Then I'm going to increase my saturation to 9. Can you see the difference? Then after that, I'm going to reduce the brightness to -39. It's too much. Can you see the difference? I can just increase the contrast a little bit to 9. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? So let us see the difference. Let me remove the filter from this. Can you see the before, see the after? This is amazing. So let me delete this one. So now I'm going to reduce the size of this one. I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to make use of my rotate tool. I'll first make use of the 3D rotate tool to adjust it like this, to make it bend a little bit. Then I'm going to make use of the rotate tool to bend it a little. Otherwise, I'm going to adjust this like this. I'm going to place it here strategically, just to achieve something great. I can just place that here. Can you see that? Can you see the results? A lot of manipulation. That's why I say, if it is possible for you, just try to get your book and pen to jot down some things. Alright, that is that about that. So I'm going to add the shadow effect to this. To come up with a professional design, you need to really think beyond the box. I'm going to add the shadow to it like this. Then I'm going to increase the offset X like this. I'm going to increase the offset Y as well. Then I can reduce the opacity a little. Yeah, this is actually amazing. Let me reduce the offset X from the shadow. Yeah, this is actually perfect. This is actually perfect. Alright, what's the next thing? I think we're almost getting closer to the end of this travel video. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing now is to, brighten up the design, is to add a kind of effect to it to make it look outstanding. So I'm going to be creating a lens flare, the ready-made lens flare that is available on this particular app. I'm going to add it to it so that it will be making design to look pop-up. So I'm going to be placing this here, but after placing this particular lens flare here, then I'm going to come to color. I'm going to on the color. Then I'm going to select the same color that is available there, the same color that is available at that particular edge. This particular edge, I'm going to select the same color. I'm going to mark it. Can you see that? I'm going to place that here like this. Then I can now take this to the top. Then after doing that, for this, I'm going to increase it a little. I'm going to place it here. Then I'm going to change the color to the red. I'm going to place it here. Can you see that? This is actually amazing. And I think we are done with the tutorial video. Let me check. Is there any other thing I forgot to add? Where is it? I think this is it. So let me take it to the top. So I think I forgot to bring this particular element. This particular resources rather. So let me quickly import it so that we can sum up this tutorial video. Alright, this is the resources I'm about to import. So this is it. So I'm going to place this, I'm going to place it strategically as well. So let me place it like this. Reduce the size. I'm going to place it here. So I think we've been able to come to the end of this tutorial video. So let me check, is there anything for me to add? So we've been able to come to the end of this tutorial video. Please, if you know you really gain value from this tutorial video, please don't forget to give this channel thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if it is possible, you can share this tutorial video to your friends who are graphic designer. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So I feel like this particular side, this particular down part is showing. So I'm going to copy the same lens flare I used, so that I'll be able to cover this particular end. I'll be able to cover it up, so that everything will be blended together. So let me do that. Let me do the same thing. Where is the lens flare? This is it. I'm going to copy it again, and I'm going to place it here, so that it will be well blended. After placing it here, now I'm going to take it to the back to be exactly at the top of that image. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, this is it. Can you see that it is well blended now? Can you see the results? Can you see the results? This is actually amazing. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Quick one before I forget. I actually added a shadow effect on this particular icon to make it look more realistic. When you are designing, when you are coming up with any design, you should try in as much as possible to make your design look attractive, look realistic. So let me just add shadow. I will just leave it like that. So that is that. Then I also added a lens flare to this image, to this particular frame. So I'm going to be doing that there. I'm going to be making use of the ready-made lens flare of this particular Pixellab. So let me quickly do that. This ready-made lens flare is to make our design look attractive. It's to spice our design. It's to spice this up. That's why we need to do a kind of manipulation in our design to make it look more professional, to spice things up. That's why we are making use of the lens flare. Because if you just leave it like that, it will not be looking ravishing. So I make use of this particular one. I increase the size. I place it strategically as well. I place it like this. I'm going to reduce the size. I'll place it here. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to scale it down. This is okay. Now I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to place it at this edge. I'm going to place it at this edge. So that is that about that. I don't want this travel to be too long. So I can just increase the size of this. Then I can just adjust it. Yeah, I think this is actually perfect. This is actually perfect. So thank you for sticking around me to the end of this video. See you in the next one. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.